Everyone, good evening. I hope you are doing well. I hope your preparation is in place and you all are having a lot of enthusiasm for the upcoming CAT examination, right? So we are back to discussing CAT 2018 papers, as I said, and today we will do the entire DILR section of the CAT 2018 slot 1 paper. But before we get into that, a quick introduction. Hi, I'm Munira Lokhandwala and I am Calcutta alumna, a serial 100 percentiler in the CAT and a 99 percentiler in the GMAT. I also have a CAT verbal book published by Wiley and available on Amazon. Guys, you can find me on the Unacademy Crack Cat channel, जो channel पे अभी आप है. I'm also taking a lot of special classes and plus classes on the Unacademy app. तो पहले तो आपका app लाना पड़ेगा. So please go to the Google store, search for Unacademy Learning app and download and install it. Within that, guys, आपको goal select करना है CAT का and you have to go for the plus courses. We are starting a great scholarship test that is starting from this Sunday. Every Sunday, you will have a test based on a particular section. ये Sunday test होगा मैथ्स पे और अगर आप समझते हो कि आप एक मैथ्स चैंपियन हो तो ज़रूर होंगे तो प्लीज़ आप आइए और ये स्कॉलरशिप टेस्ट लीजिए. So if you just look at the test, the first 10 winners, the top 10 ranks of this test, guys, they will get 5,000 rupees ke Amazon vouchers. Can you imagine? That's a lot of money. And lockdown mein it's really a lot of money, right? So first 10 को 5,000 का इनाम है, next 10 को 3,000 का इनाम है, ऐसे काफी सारे इनाम है guys. तो please आप लोग आइए Sunday को and take the scholarship test. We will meet again with the discussion of the test soon, right? So these are the advantages you get when you subscribe for Unacademy, guys. You get all these different tests, different courses, right? Special classes, free classes and plus classes. All of these giving you इतना सारा range और diversity to ensure कि आपका cat, right, मक्खन जैसे crack होता है, correct? तो कौन सा subscription लेना है that we can discuss towards the end of the class. You can use my code Munira10 to get a 10% discount, right? So great, let's move on to the puzzle that I gave you all yesterday. Smallest number that is made up of each of the digits 1 through 9 exactly once and is divisible by 99. अगर मुझे कोई नंबर को 99 से डिवाइड करना है, that means I have to ensure that it's divisible by 9 also and it is divisible by 11 also. So 9 का the sum of the digits should be 9, right? And since I have all the digits 1 to 9, exactly once it is summation 1 to 9. These are the digits in some order. So summation 1 to 9, guys, is already 45. So वो 9 तो handle हो रहा है, right? Sum of the digits is divisible by 9. 9 is being handled, correct? Now I need to ensure that 11 is handled. So how do we get a number to be a multiple of 11? So if I'm looking at a number like 374, this is a multiple of 11 because 3 plus 4 is equal to 7, right? तो जो हम chain बना रहे हैं, तो I'll give you another example. Let's say I'm looking at a number like 5126. तो ये जो दोनों chain बन रही है, ये दोनों equal chain बन रही है. In which case my sum of the digits should be even. Correct? आप यहाँ भी sum of the digits देखो. It is 14. यहाँ पे भी coincidentally it is 14, but in both cases it has to be even. अपना sum of the digits is not even. So ये सब cases काम नहीं करेंगे. कौन से case काम करेंगे? A case like this, 913. This is also a multiple of 11. How? Because 9 and 3, correct? 12 minus 1 ये 11 का multiple है. और इसमें पक्का आपका sum odd होगा because one chain will have to be even and the other chain has to have a difference of 11, right? So if one is even, the other has to be odd and vice versa. तो अपना भी जो 45 का sum है has to be broken up into two chains with a difference of 11. तो 45 में से 11 subtract करो, that is 34. So one chain होगा 28 का, another chain होगा 17. So great, I will now try and make 5 का एक chain adding up to 28. ये 5 का chain है, 1, 2, 3, right? And ये 5 digits का एक chain बन गया. Okay. This 5 ka chain, I will try and add that up to 28, and the 2 ka chain, I will try and add up to, right, 17. And we have to keep it smallest. So obviously first digit, we have a lot of flexibility now. First digit is 1, second digit is 2, right? यहाँ पे 3 और यहाँ पे 4. अब क्या हुआ है ना कि जो आपका 4 का चेन है that has to add up to 17, उसमें दो numbers fix हो गए हैं 2 and 4. That means the remaining two numbers. So if I subtract 2 and 4 from 17, the remaining two numbers has to add up to 11. Okay. Now how do we get addition of 11 from two digits? 2 and 9. But 2 तो already use हो चुका है, ये नहीं हो सकता. 3 and 8, 3 भी already use हो चुका है, नहीं हो सकता. तो then 4 और 7 भी नहीं हो सकता. The only possibility is 5 and 6. That means this digit, और छोटा है तो 5 पहले आएगा, 6 बाद में आएगा. और बचे हुए digits now you can put it up as 7, 8, 9. This is the smallest number that is made up of digits 1 to 9 and is divisible by both 9 and 11, which is 99. Right? So great, guys. Now let's get on to our DILR set for CAT 2018, slot 1. Yeah. So हमने इतने सारे पेपर्स, इतने सारे क्वेश्चंस किए हैं, करेक्ट? और हम देख रहे हैं कि CAT guys, the CAT paper setters, they are in love with a 3-set Venn diagram. ये देखो आ गया वापस. This is another 3-set Venn diagram, correct? It looks like 4-set, but it's actually a 3-set. So what is happening कि 1600 satellites हैं. They are used for either broadcasting, communication, surveillance and others. A satellite can serve multiple purposes. तो वो broadcasting, communication, surveillance ऐसे कुछ और भी कर सकता है, एक ही purpose के लिए नहीं है. पर B और C और S does not serve O. तो O एक अलग group हो जाता है और B और C और S में intersections possible है. So you know जो normally अपना एक Venn diagram का set होता है, correct? ऐसा जो हम बनाते हैं, तो हम बोलते हैं कि जो बाहर का हिस्सा है ये अपने in our case that is the others, और ये BCS जो चल रहा है उसका other के साथ there is no intersection. So that is why it is a 3-set Venn diagram and not a 4-set Venn diagram. कि वो others B के साथ interact नहीं करता, C के साथ नहीं, S के साथ नहीं, पर ये तीनों एक दूसरे के साथ interact कर रहे हैं. Okay. Now you have a lot of other things. Number of satellites serving B, C and S may not be exclusively is 2:1:1. All 3 is 100. And number of satellites exclusively serving C is the same as exclusively serving S, and this number is 30% of exclusively serving B. The number of satellites serving O is the same as the number of satellites serving both C and S but not B. If you all are worried कि मैं ये सब यहाँ पे करूँगी इस छोटे से 3-set Venn diagram में, don't worry, we are not going to do that. Right? We are going to work with this Venn diagram. So let's just get all the information in here. करेक्ट? तो ये अपना है B, ये है C और ये है S. तो B को मैंने on top रखा है because B is double, right? So this is double the others. That is first thing. Others यहाँ बाहर है कहीं तो others का number we can just put here अलग से, right? तीनों का intersection, this is 100. All the 3 together. Correct? Now, what are the other things that we know? Exclusively serving C is the same as serving S, and that is 30% of exclusively serving B. तो क्योंकि मुझे 3/10 करना है, मैं बोलूँगी exclusively serving B, let this be 10K. क्योंकि मुझे 3/10 करना है. तो exclusively serving S 3K और ये भी 3K. Right? तो ये दोनों equal है exclusive और there is 30% of exclusively B. Now here let me bring to your attention कि टोटल S is equal to total C because the ratio is 1:1. Okay, अभी ये एरिया तो दोनों में कॉमन है. Let's just call this area as of right now, let's call this Z. We'll change it later. Let's call this Z, right? So ये एरिया तो दोनों में सेम है. तो total S is what, right? It is A plus 100 plus 3K plus Z, and total C is B plus 100 plus 3K plus Z, right? तो ये A और B तो दोनों सेम ही होना चाहिए. That is the main point, right? That's why ideally we should be able to see this straight away. ये सब equation भी हमें लिखने की जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए कि C और S दोनों सेम है, दोनों में 3K सेम है, दोनों में ये बीच का हिस्सा सेम है, करेक्ट? तो ये हिस्से भी दोनों के सेम होने चाहिए. So let's call this thing Y. They are the same. Let's call this Y. Okay. Now one final thing that we have is the number of satellites serving O is the same as the number of satellites serving both C and S but not B. Okay. So C and S but not B. Let me just call this 2A. Why I'm looking at 2A, we'll realize a little later. मैंने already एक बार solve किया है. I started with A और फिर A/2 हो गया. मुझे तो fractions, you all know how I feel about fractions, right? तो मैंने फट से वो A को 2A कर दिया. So why are we doing this? Great. Now there are two conditions that we have to check for. The first is that total of B is 2 times S or C, whichever you want to take it, right? यहाँ से हमें एक equation आएगा 2 times total of S. So let's get this equation down first. Okay, what is this equation? That 10K plus 2Y plus 100 is double of Y plus 100 plus 2A plus 3K. Okay, तो यहाँ पे y अपना कैंसिल हो रहा है. 2y gets cancelled and we are left with 10K plus 100 is equal to 200 plus 4A plus 6K. So now I get 4K is equal to 100 plus 4A. So now you see, right, K, because I started with 2A, मुझे ये अच्छे से एक इक्वेशन आ रहा है that K is equal to 25 plus A. अगर मैं A/2 से शुरू करती तो मुझे इक्वेशन आता 25 plus A/2. तो मैंने 2A से इसलिए स्टार्ट किया गाइस कि now we are good. We have already got this so let me write this important information here कि ये हमने एक कंडीशन किया तो we got K is equal to 25 plus A. Now we'll put the next condition and the last condition in fact. ये सब चीजों में सब oops okay, great, but I remember most of this stuff. Let me just write it down now. So what did we do, guys? You can just pause and go back. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. ये 100 था, ये 3K है, ये 2A, 3K, right? This is Y, this is Y, this is 10K. Outside you have others as 2A, right? This is B, this is C, this is S, and we just found out that K is equal to 25 plus A. Okay, great. Now, what is the final constraint that we have yet not taken into consideration? It is that this whole jhamela is basically 1600 satellites. So ये एक हमें addition करना है, correct? So you get 10K plus 2Y plus 100, correct? तो ये पूरा आ गया B plus 6K, oops, हाँ, plus 6K plus 2A. So now we have got C and S और वो others का 2A. ये सब मिला के we get 1600. Okay, so ये 100 तो इधर गया, this becomes 1500 and we are left with 16k, correct, all the k's are 16k plus 4a plus, in fact let's keep the 100, if you want we can keep the 100 here, correct, plus 100 plus 2y is equal to 1600. Now what is 4a plus 100, guys? It is nothing but 4k. So I have 20k plus 2y is equal to 1600 and hence 10k plus y is equal to 800. Somehow when I solved this a little while back, I got 550 here. So I don't know what mistake am I making. This is 100 and 100 plus 4a is nothing but 4 times a plus 25, right? So it's 4k. So if I divide this whole thing by 2, we have 1600 satellites, right? So you have 10k plus y is equal to 800. But not b. So we are fine with this, right? And when you add up all of these, let me just, I think this problem is occurring here only, that you have 10k plus 16k plus 2a plus 2y plus 100. All this is 1600. So if I get the 100 on this side, guys, what do we have? We have, oh, I think, oh, I know what I did. Okay, so this is fine. What I did was, I rewrote k in terms of a. Okay. So maybe we can work with that. Or you can leave it as it is. The other equation that you can get, you can apply from here, that 16k is nothing but 25 plus a into 16. So from here, the other thing that you could do is rewrite this as 16 times 25 plus a, right, plus 4a plus 100 plus 2y is equal to 1600. So you will get, यहाँ पे 400, ये 100 कट होके 1100 हो जाएगा. You will get 20a plus 2y is equal to 1100, right? Because ये 400 यहाँ का और 100 यहाँ का will go there and cancel and you will be left with 1100. So 10a plus y is equal to 550. So these are the two equations that you, in fact, yeah, equation 1, 2 and 3, whichever you want to work with. Okay, so now we can look at questions, guys. What best can be said about the number of satellites serving C? So number of satellites serving C, guys, if you just check here, it is nothing but 3k plus 2a plus 100 plus y, right? Now what is 3k? I can write 3k itself in terms of a. So this becomes 75 plus 3a plus 2a plus 100 plus y, right? So it becomes 175 plus 5a plus y. Now I know that 10a plus y is 550. So 5a and half a y will be 275. So I can rewrite this as 450 plus half a y. Now y का range क्या है? Y can be 0 when A is 55. Okay, so the minimum is 450, or y can be 550 when A is 0. The maximum hence becomes 450 plus 275, which is 725. So the range is 450 to 725. Okay, and hence the answer is option D. What is the minimum possible number of satellites serving B exclusively? Minimum is 10K, no? B exclusively, guys, is 10K. What is K? K is 25 plus A. So exclusively B will be 10 into 25 plus A, which is 250 plus A. और मुझे minimize करना है तो A बन जाएगा 0. So answer is going to be 250. Right? Next two questions. If at least 100 of the 1600 satellites were serving O, what can be said about the number of satellites serving S? So at least 100 are serving O. So let us just work with the two equations here only. That has become quite messy, right? That K is equal to 25 plus A. And the next equation that we got is K 10A plus Y is equal to 550. Right? Now, how many satellites are serving S? We can just go back and pick that up. That's 3K plus 2A plus Y plus 100. तो ये हमने ऑलरेडी जो सी के लिए निकाला था, राइट? सर्विंग सी, ये देखिए, वी हैड फाउंड आउट इट वाज 450, राइट? इट वाज 450 प्लस हाफ वाई, 450 plus half y. That's what we had found out. For C and S are the same, right? अब हमें क्या करना है कि I want to find out limits for this. Given that 2A कम से कम 100 है, 2A is at least 100, so A is at least 50. So if A is 50 in this equation, then the maximum value possible for Y is 50, because 500 आप subtract करोगे. अगर Y 50 है guys, तो half Y is going to be 25. This is the maximum value. So it will be at most 475. 450 plus 25. Okay. If the number of satellites serving at least 2 among all this is 1200, which of the following must be false? So at least 2 among B, C and S. Okay. Is 100 plus 2y plus 2a. This is 1200. That means a plus y is 550. Now a plus y is 550. 10a plus y is also 550. मतलब क्या? मतलब a is 0 and y is 550. Okay. So if A is 0, then all satellites are serving B, C or S, because others का तो 2A है और ये तो 0 है. So this is true. Right? The number of satellites serving C cannot be uniquely determined. But it can be determined. I can find out K. I can find out now everything, right? A, Y, everything. So B is the one that is false because it can be determined. Serving exclusively is exactly 250. ये भी true है because A is 0, correct? We just found out a little while back. It is 250 plus A. And serving B is more than 1000. ये भी, if you find out in that equation of 10K plus all that, you will see that this is also true. So what is not true is option B. Right? So that takes care of our first set. Let's look at the second set now. First set थोड़ा easy था. Second set, guys, is first set थोड़ा difficult था. Second set is one of the easiest set here. ये आप सबको अटेम्प्ट करना चाहिए था इन द पेपर. ओके, इफ यू हैव टेकन दिस पेपर प्रॉपर्ली, दिस इज डेफिनेटली एन अटेम्प्टेबल सेट. बड़ा लगता है, थोड़ा भयानक भी लगता है, पर जरा भी नहीं है. ओके, the multi-layered pie chart below shows the sales of LED television sets for a big retail electronics outlet during 2016 and 17. The outer layer shows the monthly sales during this period. तो बाहर वाला जो layer है वो monthly sales का है. Second layer is quarter and सबसे अंदर वाला is for the year. So देखिए, Jan, Feb, March makes up the first quarter. April, May, June makes up the second quarter. Right? July, August, September third quarter, October, November, December fourth quarter. ये चारों क्वार्टर पकड़ के बन जाता है आपका 2016 का साल. Now sub values are not given, so some they are giving us hints. The sales figure during the 3 months of the second quarter form an arithmetic progression. तो यहाँ पे आ जाते हैं हम. Total sales is 150, तो average is 50, average आ जाएगा बीच में. ये 10 कम है तो ये 10 ज्यादा है. Right? Next, October, November, December is also an AP. तो ये 360 है, डिवाइड बाई 3, एवरेज इज 120, वो आ गया बीच में. ये -20 है तो ये +20 है, ये हो गया 140. राइट, नाउ यू कैन फिल अप एवरीथिंग. वी नो बाहर के सारे वैल्यूज, यहाँ पे नहीं पता है, पर वी नो Q4 इज 500, तो ये आई कैन फिल अप एज 180. करेक्ट. यहाँ पे अगस्त का पता नहीं है, नो प्रॉब्लम. 70, 60, 130. अगस्त हैज टू बी 90. ये भी सब पता है, ये भी सब पता है. नाउ वी कैन गो इन एज डीप एज यू वांट. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट क्वेश्चंस. What is the percentage increase in December 2017 as compared to December 2016? So 2017 December, guys, है 180 and 16 is 140. So you have an increase of 40 over 180, which is nothing but 40 over 140, sorry, because it's increase over 2016. This is nothing but 2 by 7, which is 28.57. Right? So it is the option B. It is option B. In which quarter of 2017 was the percentage increase in sales from the same quarter of 2016 the highest? Okay, so I want percentage increase in sales in quarters, that to be the highest. Okay, so let us now put the quarter numbers. So quarter 1, right, what is that going to add up to? 240. Quarter 3 is going to be 250. Quarter 2 and 4 we already know. अब यहाँ पे हाँ, you have 380. And you can see ये काफी बड़ा लगता है ना Q1 से. But quickly we should check the others also, guys. ये तो 60, 65, 75, 140. This is 200. Correct. This is already given. This is already given. So Q1 में the increase is 140 on 240. It's more than 50%. Q2 में तो 1/3 का ही increase है. That's out. Q3 में तो decrease हो रहा है. That's out. Q4 is an increase of 140 on 500. So obviously Q1 wins. It's a same increase on a smaller number, right? So answer is option C, Q1. 7th, during which quarter was the percentage decrease in sales from the previous quarter sales the highest? तो ये यहाँ पे देखिए year का comparison हो रहा था 17-16 में. You want now percentage decrease from previous quarter to be highest. Okay, so यहाँ पे I have a 90 का decrease. Right, this was 240. This was the 250. Correct. Here we had 380, 220, 200 in fact. 220 तो यहाँ पे है. Great. So now if you just check, you have 90 का decrease on 240, which is quite high, right? It's 3 by 8, 37.5. यहाँ तो increase है, यहाँ भी increase है, and then a 180 का decrease on 380, very close to half. This is much better. Then increase, so answer is कि Q2 में सबसे ज़्यादा decrease हुआ है, Q2 of 2017. During which month was the percentage increase in sales from the previous month's sales the highest? So now we are going to look at month-on-month comparison, right? Compared to previous month, not with respect to years. Okay? I'll just increase has to be highest. So this is good. February to March, 2/3 का increase. Then there is a decrease. This is not, nothing is as good as 40, right? 2/3 का अभी तक तो increase नहीं आया है. यहाँ पे I have an increase of 45 on 75, which is less than 2/3. 50 on 75 would be 2/3. Decrease है. This is 45 on 100, which is again not 2/3, correct? Then you have 100, 120, 140, not helpful. यहाँ पे 60%, but 2/3 guys is 66.66. And when you go here, 70, 60, you have 90, not helpful, right? 70 to 150 is 80 on 70. This is great, double ho raha hai. Correct? So answer is October of 2017. Option C. Right? Great, guys. Now we'll look at set 3. So an ATM dispenses exactly 5,000 per withdrawal using 100, 200 and 500 rupee notes. The ATM requires every customer to give her preference for one of the 3 denominations. फिर वो notes dispense करता है, right? कि जो preferred denomination है वो सबसे ज़्यादा notes होने चाहिए. Okay, वो सबसे ज़्यादा notes होने चाहिए. So now, in how many ways can the ATM serve a customer who gives 500 rupee notes as her preference? Okay, so I can only dispense 5,000 rupees. And now I want more 500 rupee notes than any other notes. So one way of doing this is, okay, all 10 notes are 500 notes. So this is one way. Second is, okay, I give 9 notes of 500. Then I can give 5 notes of 100. Or I can give 3 notes of 100 plus 1 note of 200, sorry. Or I can give 1 note of 100 and 2 notes of 200. तो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा आपका 3 ways. Right? This is the first way, this is the second way, this is the third way. Then I could also give 8 notes of 500. I now need to ensure कि बाकी सब notes are less than 8. Okay? So with 8 notes of 500, can I give 10 notes of 100? यहाँ तो 4,000 use हो रहा है, 1,000 बचा है. I cannot give 10 notes of 100 because then 100 के notes ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं. Right? So what can I give? Can I give 8 notes of 100 also? No. So I can give 6 notes of 100 with 2 notes of 200. But what is our condition? Is it equal or it should exceed? It should exceed. यहाँ पे it is equal. तो ये भी allowed नहीं है. Right? क्योंकि 6 और 2 बन जाते हैं 8 and it becomes equal. Okay? So then other possibility is के 4 notes of 100 plus 3 notes of 200. और जो 3 notes of 200 है can become 2 notes of 200. 4 notes of 200 can become 5 notes of 200, right? और ये accordingly change होगा, ये 2 बन जाएगा, ये 0 बन जाएगा. तो यहाँ पे भी you get 3 ways. Okay? Can I have 7 notes of 500? Then I'm only taking care of 3500. 1500 में अगर मैं सारे के सारे भी 200 के नोट्स यूज करूं तो कम से कम 7 तो लग ही जाएगा मुझे. So then वो exceeding का problem आ जाएगा. So this is not possible. These are the 3 ways, right, of 500, and total number of ways is 1 plus 3 plus 3, 7 ways. इसका आंसर है 7. Okay. If the ATM could serve only 10 customers with a stock of 50 500 rupee notes, okay, and a sufficient number of notes of other denominations, what is the maximum number of customers among these 10 who could have given 500 rupee notes as their preference? तो मुझे 500 के प्रेफरेंस वाले लोगों को बढ़ाना है, मैक्सिमाइज करना है. तो फिर जो भी ये प्रेफरेंस देगा उसको मैं नोट्स कम दूंगी बिकॉज आई हैव दिस कंस्ट्रेंट ऑफ 50 500 नोट्स. उसको मैं 500 के नोट्स आई विल गिव as less as possible, including keeping their preference in mind. तो अभी देखो जब उनका preference 500 है, I could give 10 notes, I could give 9 notes, I could give 8 notes. Since I want to maximize people, correct, putting 500 as a preference, I will give minimum notes, which is 8. तो 50 notes है अगर और हर एक को मैं 8 notes दे रही हूँ, so I can fully satisfy 6 customers. 7th नहीं होगा, right? So answer here is going to be 6. तो वो एक क्वेश्चन का ही दोनों में काम आ गया आपका, right? We use the same concept for both the questions. Now let us look at the next 2 questions. What is the maximum number of customers that the ATM can serve with a stock of 50 500 rupee notes and other notes enough है? If all the customers are to be served with at most 20 notes per withdrawal. So 20 से ज़्यादा हम नहीं जा सकते. Okay? तो 20 से ज़्यादा नहीं जा सकते, मैक्सिमाइज करना है. प्रेफरेंस का यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है. So कोई भी, we can go ahead with any preference that we like. Yeah? Now, if I want 20 notes per withdrawal, correct? How can we get 20? Let's say I end up giving 8 notes of 500. Since मुझे number of notes कम रखने हैं, the remaining all I will give in 200 rupee notes. तो ये 5 into 200 करके 13 notes हो रहे हैं, but I'm still giving 8 500s. Let's reduce it. If I give 7 500s and the remaining 7 are 200 and a single note of 100, तो 15 notes में काम चल रहा है. तो मैं थोड़ा और इसको पुश कर सकती हूँ. So let's go for 6 into 500. तो 3000 हो गए, 2000 बचे. I need 10 notes of 200. So this is also great. Then if I have 5 notes of 500, correct? तो 2500. I can have 12 notes of 200 and 1 note of 100. How many notes are we using, guys? 5, 12 and 1. We are using 18 notes. Finally, if I try for 4 into 500, so I've used 2000. The remaining 3000 I can all use up in 200. So 15 notes of 200. In 19 notes हो जाएगा. अब इससे ज़्यादा आप नहीं जा पाओगे. So each person will be given exactly 4 notes of 500. तो 50 मेरे पास notes है, तो I can cater to 12 customers. Option is C. What is the number of 500 rupee notes required to serve 50 customers with 500 rupee notes as their preference and another 50 customers with 100 rupee notes as their preference, if the total number of notes to be dispensed is the smallest possible? तो मुझे अभी बहुत कम नोट्स यूज करने हैं. ओके, तो जो 50 कस्टमर्स हैं जिनका 500 का प्रेफरेंस है, वो सबको मैं दे दूंगी 10 नोट्स ऑफ 500 और ऐसे आई विल यूज अ 500 नोट्स. आई होप इट्स क्लियर. करेक्ट. मुझे नोट्स मिनिमाइज करना है, तो मैं ये 50 कस्टमर को हर एक को 10 नोट दे दूंगी 500 का. सो आई विल यूज अ 500 नोट्स. अभी ये 100 रुपी को भी मुझे, जिसका प्रेफरेंस 100 है, उसको भी मुझे नोट्स मिनिमाइज करना है. सो आई कैन गिव 10 into 100, right? And then the remaining 4,000 I can give as 8 into 500. So I am using up 18 notes. Right? So 18 notes per person, correct? And 50 customers I have to target. So 18 into 50, 900 notes I will use for the second category. Together I will use 1400 notes. Great. Let's move on to the next one now. Adriana, Bandita, Chitra and Daisy are 4 female students. Okay. So you have Adriana, Bandita, Chitra, Daisy. They are females, right? We don't need to do this. Each of them studies in one of the 3 institutes. So ये मैंने institute के लिए रखा है, ये major के लिए रखा है, और ये minor के लिए रखा है. Right? Each of them majors in one subject and minors in a different one. ये याद रखना है कि major और minor same नहीं हो सकता. Amit, Barun, Chetan and Dev. Amit, Barun, Chetan and Dev. Okay. 3 are from X, 3 are from Y, remaining 2. तो अभी हमने, we are going to go ahead with this guys. हम पूरा आराम से शौक से पढ़ सकते हैं. But what I prefer doing is straight away go and pick clear information. So where is the clear information? Where is the pen? Oops, here. Where is the clear information? यहाँ पे. Daisy, minors and operations. ठीक है. ये operations भर दो. Okay. Barun is from Y and majors and operations. Chetan is from X and majors in finance. तो पहले ये भरो. 1 female and 2 male students major in finance. Okay. Adriana and Dev are from the same institute. So let's say that Adriana is in Institute A, Dev also is in A, and Daisy and Amit, they are from the same institute. Okay. So this is B and this is B. 3 students are from X, 3 are from Y, and the remaining 2 students both female. अब ये एड्रियाना और अगर देव एक ही इंस्टीट्यूट में है, राइट, तो देव इज अ मेल, so that cannot be Z. Similarly, Daisy and Amit cannot be in Z. So these 2 guys, Bandita and Chitra, they are in Z. Okay, so we have, and I would want us to remember, आप अपने जब पेपर पे काम करते हो तो ऐसे के 7 को यूज कर लिया हमने, 6 को यूज कर लिया, 5 को यूज कर लिया, राइट, 1 को भी यूज कर लिया है हमने. 1 male student, only 1 male student majors in operations, while 3 female students minor in marketing. तो ये माइनर, एक का तो माइनर पता है, तो ये सब मार्केटिंग हो गए, बाकी तीनों के माइनर मार्केटिंग, मार्केटिंग एंड मार्केटिंग. Okay, only 1 majors in operations, so these 2 guys have to be marketing finance or marketing finance. They cannot be operations because ये operations हमने यूज कर लिया है, तो अभी इसको भी हमने बराबर से यूज कर लिया है. Both the male students from Y minor in finance, while the female student from Y majors in operations. तो क्या ये Y में हो सकती है Daisy? Daisy is minoring in operations, so she cannot major in operations. Only this girl can be in Y. These 2 cannot be in Y because they are already in Z. So the female student from Y can be A or B, but it cannot be, right? It can be Adriana or Daisy, but cannot be Daisy because Daisy is minoring in ops. She cannot major in ops. So this girl is majoring in operations and she is in Y. So Deb is also in Y and hence these two guys are in X. तो ये अपना इंस्टीट्यूट का काम हो गया है. Let's just make it a little neater. Okay. Female student from Y majors in operations, ये हमने देख लिया है. Both the male students from Y minor in finance. तो Y के मेल स्टूडेंट्स ये दोनों है, ये फाइनेंस में माइनर कर रहे हैं. तो अगर ये फाइनेंस में माइनर कर रहा है, राइट, तो हिज मेजर कैन नॉट बी फाइनेंस, इट हैज टू बी मार्केटिंग. So both ये भी we have used it. One female and two male students major in finance. तो ये दूसरा मेल स्टूडेंट ये होगा. This is the guy who is majoring in finance. And one female is majoring in finance. तो ये भी हो सकती है, ये भी हो सकती है, ये भी हो सकती है, right? Let's look at questions now. Who are the students from the Institute Z? So you can see that is Bandita and Chitra. Option C. Which subject does Deb minor in? So Deb minors in finance. तो ये दोनों क्वेश्चन तो हो गए, no problem. What subject does Amit major in? So Amit majors in finance. ये भी we can answer. If Chitra majors in finance, which subject does Bandita major in? So Chitra majors in finance. Now Bandita cannot major in marketing, right? Because she's minoring in marketing. There is one female only who majors in finance. So she cannot major in finance because Chitra is already majoring in finance. So Bandita must be majoring in operations. So answer is option B. Great. So we can say bye-bye to this set, right? Let's now look at the next 10. So you are given an n square matrix to be filled with numerals so that no two adjacent cells have the same numeral. Two cells are called adjacent if they touch each other diagonally, horizontally or vertically. So a cell in one of the corners has 3 cells around it, right? And बीच के रो में 5 है और बीच का कोई cell will have 8 cells adjacent to it. Okay? So what is the minimum number of different numerals needed to fill a 3 by 3 matrix? Okay? So let's say we fill one number here. तो ये आ गया अपना फर्स्ट नंबर, करेक्ट. तो ये कहीं पे भी रिपीट नहीं हो सकता. अब I can put another number here. This number will be the same as this number easily. पर now ये तीनों numbers में 1 और 2 दोनों नहीं आ सकते. ये तीनों, right? Now let's put 3 here. And we can put 3 here. So you will have to use 4 numbers to fill this up. Right? So answer is 4. अब मुझे 5 by 5 ही फिल करना है ऐसे ही. इसको उठा के ऐसे ही डाल दो इधर. 4, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3, 4. अभी ये 1 एकदम अंदर है, राइट? तो इसको हम बाहर यहाँ डाल सकते हैं, 1 1 1 1 एंड एज मच एज पॉसिबल वील वर्क विथ 4 ओनली। 4 तो पक्का है, तो अभी यहाँ पे 1 2 4 आ गया, तो यहाँ पे दिस हैज टू बी 3, यहाँ पे 1 4 3 आ गया, सो दिस हैज टू बी 2। तो ऐसे करके वी कैन जस्ट कीप फिलिंग। 1 2 4 आ गया, तो दिस हैज टू बी 3, 3 4 ये आ गया, तो दिस हैज टू बी 2, सॉरी नॉट 4 2, ये 3 4 2 आ गया, दिस हैज टू बी 1, this has to be 2, this has to be 2, right? This has to be 3, this has to be 3, and वही 4 numbers में you can fill up all of these 5 by 5 also. And if you see guys, यहाँ पे एक पैटर्न बन रहा है कि एक रो में हमने ऑल्टरनेट किया 1 2 1 2 1 2, दूसरे रो में 3 4 3 4 3 4, फिर वापस 1 2, वापस 3 4, वापस 1 2, वापस 3 4, राइट? पोटेंशियली ये बीच वाले का तुम 2 1 भी कर सकते हो, नथिंग इज स्टॉपिंग यू फ्रॉम डूइंग दैट, पर ये नंबर्स ऐसे ऑल्टरनेट करेंगे। एंड नाउ एक्चुअली इफ यू जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट, कोई भी स्क्वायर आप ऐसे भर सकते हैं, कितना भी बड़ा स्क्वायर क्यों ना हो, आंसर विल ऑलवेज बी 4, राइट? ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, यू आर अलाउड टू मेक 1 मिस्टेक। अभी एक मिस्टेक कौन सा अगर आप करोगे, एक रो में मिस्टेक करोगे, बाकी सब रोज तो वैसे के वैसे आपको ऑल्टरनेट करना पड़ेगा ना। सो स्टिल द आंसर गाइज विल हैव टू बी 4, राइट? तो यहाँ पे भी यू विल नीड 4 डिफरेंट नंबर्स। Suppose that all the cells adjacent to any particular cell must have different numbers. So now what is the minimum number of different numbers? तो ये 1 हो गया, right? अब ये सब अलग होंगे, 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 और 9। अब जैसे हमने 2 का ऑल्टरेशन यहाँ पे किया था, करेक्ट? ये 2 नंबर्स वर ऑल्टरिंग, यहाँ पे वी कैन इजीली डू अ 3 का ऑल्टरेशन। तो ये 1 यहाँ पे डाल दिया, बिकॉज 1 इज स्टिल यहाँ पे डिफरेंट। यहाँ पे आई कैन पुट 9 5, तो यहाँ पे 9 डाल दिया और यहाँ पे 5 डाल दिया, करेक्ट? यहाँ पे 4 डाल दिया, तो यहाँ पे मैंने 2 3 4 2। So now I'm just alternating in 3. Correct? This alteration, guys, what will this be? ये 9 1 5 है, so it will be 5 here. Correct? And यहाँ पे you will get 9. But as you see, there is a problem. Okay, all of these are not turning out to be different. So how do we go about this? This is not going to work here, right? Let us just now see how can we go about this. So let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So instead of this alternating, you will now alternate in 3. तो ये 7 8 9 को ऐसे ही ऊपर डाल दो और ये 2 3 4 नीचे आ जाएगा. Now you will be good. Okay? So 7 8 9 में यहाँ पे 9 आएगा एंड यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 7. 2 3 4 में यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 4, यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 2. Correct? This will be 6, this will be 5. And now you see around any cell you will always have 9 different numbers. Correct? This is 7, this is 9, this is 4, this is 2. So it's not alternate rows, you'll alternate 3 numbers in every alternative third row. So ये 9 में ये भर जाएगा. Right? So answer is option A, 9. Next. Fuel contamination levels at each of 20 petrol pumps, P1, P2 till P20 were recorded as either high, medium or low. Contamination levels at 3 pumps among P1, P2, P5 were recorded as high. P6 was the only pump among P1 to P10 that was low. तो ये एक लो था, यहाँ पे लो था. P7, P8 are the only two consecutively numbered pumps where the same level of contaminations were recorded. Okay, so now this is very important. This is where you will be able to fill in a lot of cells. Okay, so these were the only two consecutively numbered pumps. बाकी सब में consecutive में अलग अलग है. तो first of all P1 to P10 में एक ही लो है. That means the remaining 9 are high or medium. More importantly, ये 5 में भी there is only high and medium, and there are 3 highs. ये तो बताया गया है. So if there are 3 highs, that can be only high, right? High, high, and then this medium and medium. तो वो alternate change हो रहा है. We need, these are the only two pumps that have the same level. That means everywhere else in consecutive pumps we should have different levels. और low तो allow नहीं है. So this must be high, medium, high, medium. And because high 3 है, तो it has to start with high. Correct? अब यहाँ का same level है, तो यहाँ पे you can have both of them as high, right? Let me just, yeah. So you could have both of them as high, in which case this will be medium and this will be high. Or you can have both of them as medium, तो यहाँ पे alternate करेगा तो high आ जाएगा and medium आ जाएगा. So these are the two cases. In the first case, you have 6 highs, 3 mediums, 1 low. In the second case, you have 4 highs, 5 mediums, and 1 low. Okay? High contamination levels were not recorded at any of the pumps, P16 to P20. So this must be what? High नहीं है, तो यहाँ पे low या medium. Right? Okay. The number of pumps where high was recorded was twice low. High was 2 times the number of low. That means high plus low is a multiple of 3. और टोटल अपने पास पंप है 20. तो मीडियम हो सकता है 2, पर मीडियम का तो मिनिमम 3 आ ही गया है, तो मीडियम 2 नहीं हो सकता. मीडियम कैन बी 5, मीडियम कैन बी 8, medium can be 11. Medium cannot be 14, right? Because already ये use हो चुका है. 4 ये तो use हो ही रहे हैं high. Okay? तो अगर medium 5 है, that means high है 10, low है 5, ये 8 है, so this is 8, this is 4, and अगर ये 11 है, so this is 6 and this is 3. If you check with 14 guys, this is 4 and this is 2. तो लो तो अपने पास ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे कम से कम you will get 1 low and 2 lows तो यहाँ आएंगे ही. So low cannot be 2. Okay. Now let's look at this one. I already have at least 6 highs. Okay. So I now need at least 4 highs from here. Per high तो सिर्फ 11 to 15 में है, and I can't have 4 highs because फिर कुछ ना कुछ consecutive हो जाएगा. Okay? अगर मैं इससे भी शुरू करती हूँ तो फिर तो मुझे 6 highs चाहिए यहाँ पे. दोनों possible नहीं है. The number of highs यहाँ पे if you see guys can maximum be 3. If I start from P11 and end with P15. So maximum highs I can have is 9 or I can have 7. I cannot have 10. तो ये option हम eliminate कर सकते. Let's make this a little tidy now, right? So it's these two options. Now if we are looking at medium here, 11. ओके, तो ऑलरेडी मैक्सिमम मीडियम मेरे पास है 5 एंड इन 10 consecutive values maximum mediums I can have is another 5. I can never have medium as 11 because then I need 6 mediums from 10 consecutive places, which is not possible, right? So answer यहाँ पे एक ही possibility है, which is 8, 8 and 4. I hope guys this is fine. Eight, 8 and 4. 8 high, 8 medium and 4 low. Now if we start with 6, 3 and 1, I can get 3 lows from here, right? I need 3 lows from the last 10. I need 5 mediums and I need 2 highs, which is possible. But if we start with 4, 5 and 1 and we want to reach this, so I need 4 mediums. Oh, sorry, 4 highs. How can I get 4 highs from the first 15? तो 4, 5, 1 का possibility नहीं है, ये possibility नहीं है basically. Okay, so now there is only one possibility for the top 10. Let's again make this more neat. H, H, M, H. Now there are a lot of options. What we need to ensure that in the last 10 there are 2 highs, there are 5 mediums and there are 3 lows. That's what we need to ensure. Okay, so great. Now let's look at questions. Which of the following must be true? तो 12, 20, 13 का हम बता नहीं सकते, पर 10 का हम बता सकते हैं. So let's check for 10 guys. 10 is high, तो option C has to be true. Checking all the other options will be a little tedious. You'll have to go through, for example, let's just check for this. Can P12 be high? Right? Or since we want to show must be true, let's try and make P12, okay, medium. So if we try and make P12 medium, तो medium का फिर ये ऐसा breakup होगा, because वो alternate पे medium आएगा. Correct? This is fine, right? I can now put 2 lows here. One low can come anywhere, one high can come anywhere. So this is possible. And that's how you can show that option 1 of the earlier question need not be true. And you can show it for all similar, all other options also. You can show that pretty quickly. There's just so much scope, right? Okay, 20 was recorded as medium. 20 को low करके try करो. ये low है. So this also then will be low. This will be low. ये भर दो high or medium से, no problem, right? Next question. What best can be said about the number of pumps at which the contamination levels were recorded as medium? We know it's exactly 8. Option A. Okay. If the contamination level तो मैंने already यहाँ पे रख दिया है, correct? So that we don't need to go back and forth. But some information that I'd like to note here is, in the last 10, high will be 2, medium will be 5, and low will be 3. And the fact कि यहाँ पे, right, 16 to 20, you can only have low or medium. Okay? Great. So if the contamination level at P11 was recorded as low, तो ये low fix हो गया. Now I need 3 lows, out of which I have used 1, so I only have 2 lows left. और मुझे ये 5 numbers low और medium से भरने हैं. तो फिर वो टू लो ऐसे आएगा, राइट, यहाँ पे बीच में, और आसपास 3 मीडियम आ जाएंगे. Now these 4 have to be filled with high and medium, 2 high, 2 medium. So this will have to be the breakup. Right? Then which of the following? Is 18 low? No, 18 is medium. Is 15 medium? No, 15 is high. Is 14 medium? Yes, 14 is medium. Is 12 high? No, 12 is medium. So answer is only one option, option C. Right? Great. Let me just erase this, because for the next question you have another piece of information. Was recorded as medium. P15 is medium. और हमें पता है कि यहाँ लो मीडियम ही आ सकता है, so this has to be low. This cannot be low now. This has to be medium. This has to be low. This has to be medium. This has to be low. So again we are using 3 lows, right? तो आगे यहाँ पे आएगा हाई और मीडियम का चक्कर. So high, medium, high and medium. So contamination levels at P11 and 16 are same. 11 and 16 are not same. At P10 and P14 were recorded as same. So P10 is H, P14, yes, this is true. Option B is true. P14 was higher than P15. P14, oh, we want false. Yeah, so A is false. That's what, because C is also true. P14 is higher than P15. And 13 and 17 are also equal. So false is option A. Right? Great. Let's move on to the next set. A company administers set, a written test, sorry, not a set, a written test comprising of 3 sections of 20 marks each. There's DI, there is written English, there's general awareness for recruitment. A composite score out of 80 is calculated. Okay? By doubling marks in DI and adding them up as it is. So if we just go ahead with this. Right. तो किस किस के मार्क्स हम पता कर सकते हैं? Let us find out the composite. We'll have to do it. So let's do it straight away. Okay, let's find out the composite scores. Then we are going to come here. Okay. तो चेतना का composite score हम निकाल सकते हैं 38 plus 16. Right? This is 54. Then Esther का निकल सकता है. Esther is 24 and 16 and 18. That is 58. फलक का निकल सकता है 30, 40, 47. That's it. Candidates who score less than 70 in 2 or more sections are disqualified. मतलब एक section में 70 is allowed. From among the rest, the 4 with the highest are recruited. If 4 or less candidates qualify, all who qualify are recruited. Okay, so 10 candidates appeared. Their marks are given in the table alongside. किसी का भी same composite score नहीं है. अजय was the highest scorer in WE. तो अजय का स्कोर हो सकता है 19 या 20. तो अजय का composite, right? What can अजय का composite be, guys? It can be 16 and 32. So it can be 51 or 52. Okay. Among the 4 recruited, Geeta had the lowest composite score. We can't do much with that right now. Indu was recruited. तो इंदु को बाकी दोनों सब्जेक्ट में 70 के ऊपर आया होगा, क्योंकि यहाँ ऑलरेडी कम है. Indu, Danish, Harini and Indu scored the same marks in GA. So Danish, Harini and Indu तीनों को GA में same marks मिले. Indu and Jatin both scored 100% in exactly one section. तो जतिन को 100% कहाँ मिलेगा? यहाँ पे ही मिल सकता है ना. दिस इज द ओनली वन लेफ्ट. तो जतिन का स्कोर, कॉम्पोजिट स्कोर क्या हो गया? इट इज 40 प्लस 30 70. जतिन का स्कोर इज 10 more than इंदु, तो इंदु का स्कोर हैज टू बी 60. Okay, now Indu also has scored a 20 somewhere. So let us say Indu scored 20 here in DI. तो उसका यहाँ पे हो गया 8 और 12, then 60 होगा, करेक्ट? पर इंदु सिलेक्ट हुई थी ना, तो इंदु को 2 सब्जेक्ट में 70% से कम नहीं मिल सकता. So Indu has scored 20 in GA. And if Indu has scored 20 in GA, Harini and Danish also have scored 20 in GA. Harini and Danish. So let's fill this up, guys. तो ये अपना 20 आ गया है. So this, इसमें कितना स्कोर होगा उसको? 28 and 32 divided by 2, 16. Correct? These guys we can't fill up. Danish we can fill up. Danish will be 35 plus 16, 51. Bala, we don't know too much about. Now Danish is already at 51. So Ajay has to be at 52, which means Ajay is scoring 20 in the written assessment. Okay. Now what we have not used is Geeta had the lowest composite score. Correct? Geeta का score कितना का range होगा? It will be 14 into 2, 28 plus 6, 34. Okay, 34 plus x. So maximum it can be is when x is 20, it can be 54. But 54 already किसी का score है. So Geeta would have to be 53 because she cannot be 52, 51. Okay. See, now Jatin is definitely selected because उसका composite score high है. Indu is selected. Geeta is selected. Who else has to be selected, guys? Geeta ka maximum is 54. So Esther also has to be selected, which is at 58. So that is why Geeta cannot get less than Ajay, because then Ajay will be selected. He is also getting more than 70 in 2 sections. Geeta has to get more than Ajay. So the only possibility is 53 with a 19 here. Baki ye dono ka we cannot find out. So now let's start looking at questions. Which of the following statements must be true? Jatin's composite score was more than that of Danish. Yes, ye to Jatin is the highest. So Jatin is more than Danish. So 1 is true. That means we can eliminate options A and B. 2 is true. Indu scored less than Chetna in DI. Indu scored less than Chetna in DI. Yes, 2 is also true. So answer is option 4. Which of the following must be false? Bala scored same as Jatin in DI. Bala scored same as Jatin in DI. Can Bala get 20? फिर Bala को 60 आ जाता है. He can, Bala can score. But no, the problem then is that there are 2 people with 60. So Bala cannot score same as Jatin in DI. Right? So answer is option A. Bala's composite score was less than that of Esther. All these others can work out. But A cannot be true. Yeah? If all the candidates except Ajay and Danish had different marks in DI, and Bala's composite score was less than Chetna's composite score, what is the maximum marks that Bala could have scored in DI? Okay, so all the candidates except Ajay and Danish had different marks in DI. That means Bala's DI marks has to be different from all these marks. That is 1. Okay. Next is Bala's composite score was less than Chetna's. So Chetna ka 54 hai. Bala has to get less than 54. As of right now, Bala ka composite score is at 20. So 54 minus 20, 34 divided by 2. बाला को 17 से कम स्कोर करना है और यूनिक रहना है, तो 16 नहीं कर सकता, 15 नहीं कर सकता, 14 नहीं कर सकता. अगर 13 कर सकता है तो वी नीड टू चेक हाँ कि किसी और के साथ तो मैच नहीं कर रहा है क्या. 13 into 2 plus 20, that is 46, and there's nobody else at 46. So Bala can definitely score. What did we get? 13. Bala can score 13 in the end. If all the candidates score different marks in written assessment, what is the maximum marks that Harini could have scored? So Harini right now is at 30 composite score. Okay. If I give her a 20 year, फिर भी she is not going to reach 50. I mean, she's not going to be selected because we're top 4, so that we don't need to worry about. We just need to ensure that all of them are getting different scores. So 20, 19, 18, Harini can score 17, in which case her score becomes 47, but 47 is already here. So Harini can't even score 17, cannot score 16, cannot score 15. Harini can score 14 because 44 is not there. So that is the maximum that Harini can score. 14. Great guys, let's look at the last DI set. 24 people are part of 3 committees which are to look at research, training and administration respectively. No 2 committees have any member in common. So whenever we have a non-intersecting, right, research, teaching and administration, whenever we have non-intersecting, it is best to use a table like this. Right, you have research, teaching and admin. No 2 committee members, no 2 committees are of the same size. Each committee has 3 types of people. Okay, what are the 3 types of people? You have bureaucrats, you have educationalists, and you have politicians within each. The following facts are also known about the committee. The number of bureaucrats in the research and teaching committees are equal. Okay, तो यहाँ पे equal है. And it is 75% of the number of bureaucrats in the administration committee. 75% means what? 3 by 4. So administration committee can be 4, in which case these guys are 3 and 3. Yaha I have a total of 10. And then even if I put a 1, 1, 1, correct, everywhere else, 16 ho raha hai, which is possible. It's less than 24. But instead of 3, 3, 4, if I go with 8, 6 and 6, which is the next option, तो यहाँ पे 20 use हो जाता है, and with this 1, 1, 1 each, right, I will exceed 24 people. मुझे 24 people I cannot exceed. So 20 का there is only one possibility for the bureaucrats, right? It is 3, 3, 4. 6, 6, 8 is not possible because वो 20 का sum is not going to come from one place. Correct? तो ये हमने भर दिया 3, 3, 4 and this is 10. The number of educationalists in the teaching committee is less, right, than the research committee, and research committee is the average. Okay, तो ये यहाँ पे कम है. Teaching is less than research and research is the average. तो सबसे बड़ा admin ही होगा. 60% of the politicians are in the administration committee. 60% means what? 3 by 5. मतलब politicians have to be 5 or 10. Correct? If I put 5 here and 60% of the politicians are in the administration committee, तो यहाँ पे आ जाता है 3, यहाँ पे आ जाता है 1, यहाँ पे आ जाता है 1. ये possibility है, या I can have 10 and then 6, 2, 2. If this is 10, this will have to be 4. In which case, right, if a number is the average, if research is average of teaching and administration, the total has to be a multiple of 3. It cannot be 4. Correct? So the total, if I add up a plus b by 2 plus a plus b, the total is going to be 3 by 2. Has to be a multiple of 3. जो 4 नहीं है, that means I cannot put 10. I will have to put 5 here. Right? So this is 5, this is 3, this is 1, 1, and since this is 5, this is 10, this is 9, and 9 I can break up, correct? अगर 3 number है जिसमें से एक average है, तो this has to be 3, and these two guys will add up to 6, where I can have 1 and 5, or I can have 2 and 4. I cannot have 3 and 3. So that's it. We are done now with all possibilities. ये 7 है, इसका हम कुछ बोल नहीं सकते दोनों का. So now let's start looking at questions. Based on the given information, which of the following statements must be false? Administration committee, bureaucrats is equal to educationalists. Administration में bureaucrats, educationalist equal हो सकता है. Must be false नहीं, right? Must be false means कि definitely नहीं हो सकता. ये तो हो सकता है, so it can be true. So this is not our answer. The size of the research committee is less than the size of the teaching committee. Now research committee का size is 7. Teaching committee का size can be 5 or 6. It cannot be less. It can only, so research cannot be less, guys. Teaching has to be less. So B is the one that is false. Right? Research is not less, teaching is less. Research is more. Correct? Size of the research committee is less than the administration. Yes, because administration will have 4 or 5, right? So यहाँ पे C need not be false, D need not be false, but B is definitely false. That is your answer. What is the number of bureaucrats in the administration committee? Administration में bureaucrats are 4. Okay. What is the number of educationalists in the research committee? Educationalist in research committee, that is 3. Which of the following cannot be uniquely determined? So first of all, bureaucrats I can determine fully. Correct? Politicians I can determine fully. Educationalist में problem है. Correct? पर नंबर ऑफ एजुकेशनलिस्ट तो हमें पता है 9 है, नंबर ऑफ ब्यूरोक्रेट्स पता है, साइज ऑफ द रिसर्च कमिटी पता है, इट इज 7. दिस इज द थिंग दैट वी कैन नॉट फाइंड आउट. सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी. राइट? Great guys, I hope you all had a good time in today's DILR session. We did a very interesting range of questions. Here is your puzzle. How many rectangles with integral, मतलब integers length होने चाहिए, have an area AB equal in value to the perimeter? आपको ये solve करना है. We'll discuss this tomorrow morning, right? I'll see you again tomorrow morning when we are doing CAT maths questions 2018 के ही slot 1 के. We'll continue with that. And of course, guys, I can see you on Unacademy. So please subscribe on Unacademy. As I was telling you all right at the beginning, for those who have missed out, हम लोग नेशनल स्कॉलरशिप टेस्ट स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं. ढेर सारे इनाम है, लॉट ऑफ प्राइजेस टू बी वन देयर, राइट? सो गाइज, यू मस्ट गो, you must download Unacademy, you must take the national scholarship test. You will not only get prizes, possibly you can also get a rank. You will know how you stand in the nation, right? So it's going to be taken by students across the country. And come on यार, अगर आपको मैथ्स पे थोड़ा भी भरोसा है, you should go for this. Who knows? You can be our next champion, right? So please go ahead for the national scholarship test. Besides that, guys, Unacademy has a great environment to study from, where you can interact with educators, use a lot of emojis, right? Get your doubts resolved straight away, go for analysis. So there are a lot of positives. You must go ahead and subscribe. With subscription to go for, if you're a CAT 20 student, you can look at the 6-month subscription. There are a lot of exams after this also where we'll be able to guide you. So please look at the 6-month subscription. If you are confused between CAT 20 and CAT 21, then you can look at the 2-year subscription. Right, guys? So go ahead, subscribe, KJ. You can use my code Munira10 to get a discount. I'll see you